Cool. All right, this is Joe Leigh. Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Joe Cordina. Joe, I heard in an interview just then you wanted to be a footballer and a rugby player when you were young. It makes sense as you were Welsh, but how have we ended up here on the verge of a world champion?
Well, to be honest, when I was playing rugby, even playing football, I was quite fiery, and playing rugby especially, I was smallest on the pitch. I was a scrum half, fiery scrum half, and a lot of bigger boys were sort of, if it went off, they'd try and aim towards me, but believe it or not, it was the worst thing they could have done, because I always hit first, ask questions later. My old man always taught me that. He said, don't get into a pushing contest with them and whatever, and just talking. He said, just wallop them and then we'll talk after. So that's what I did, but I started getting sent off quite a lot, and it was getting beyond the joke. So I think me going to a boxing gym was the best thing for me, and yeah, I just picked it up very quickly. Where I watched Prince Nassim growing up with my mum and my dad and stuff, I think I went into the gym and thought I was Prince Nassim, hands down, moving, and I picked it up quite quickly. Anything I put my mind to, I picked up quickly, but boxing, I had a sort of a natural talent for it, and yeah, I didn't really want to box. I just wanted to keep fit and take my anger out on something. But I had one fight, one led to two led to three, and so on. Never looked back.
Started in a park, ended in a ring.
yeah, pretty much. That's how it started.
Quickly, let's just touch on the football side of things. Was that like, did you get anywhere good level with football as well?
Yeah, I played for Cardiff City as a kid, FAW and stuff like that. Well, I started falling out of love with football and stuck to the rugby. The rugby I was probably better at. I played for Cardiff schools all the way up till I was 16. Cardiff schools, East Wales, Cardiff district, schools at 15s, and it just got to a point where I was about to go to youth rugby. I was still 5 foot nothing pretty much, and everyone started having their big growth spurts, and they're coming up 6'1", 6'2", and I was thinking, mate, I don't really want to run into you, or you run into me, and me have to tackle you and injuring myself. So don't get me wrong, I love the game, and I'd love to go back and have maybe 1 or 2 games after I retire from boxing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. They're just too big, and that's why I packed the rugby in the end, because I was actually playing rugby and boxing at the same time. So yeah, I packed it in then.
So we're here now, super featherweight IBF world title. Not long to go. It's in your hometown as well, in Cardiff. Yeah, we spoke about maybe 2 months ago, and Agawa fight was being mentioned. How long have you known about this?
It's been in the background for a while. I think about 12 weeks. I sat with Eddie and we were trying to make that fight. So yeah, it's here now, and yeah, that's the main thing. I've sort of manifested it as well. I've spoke about it with Tony, spoke about it with my parents, my missus, and just sort of visualised me fighting Ogawa. And then when we mentioned it, I think Tony mentioned it to Eddie. I think he liked the sound of it, and yeah, we've got that fight.
Why do you think he's accepted being as that he's the champion? Why do you think he's coming over to Wales?
He's getting paid more money. But I think at the start, when it was getting talked about, I think there was still COVID restrictions over in Japan. I don't think there is now. But yeah, his first defence was meant to be in Japan, but obviously we got it in the UK, and when they agreed it, yeah, it was agreed for Cardiff. So, but I don't think the restrictions are as tight as they are now than they was back then.
Do you think this is the perfect time for this fight? Do you feel as if you're priming?
Yeah, if I feel strong, I feel fit, I feel experienced. So for me, yeah, it's the right timing for me. If I don't win it now, probably will never win one. So I have to do everything I can next Saturday and rip it from him. I'm not leaving it to any chance. I'm going to do everything that Tony tells me, and I'm going to put on a performance of my life and take that title from him.
Yeah, cannot wait to watch that. Obviously, in other news, super featherweight, Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez not so long ago as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, I watched that. It went pretty much how I thought it'd go. Chuko's special. He just does everything perfect. Well, I can't say perfect. Everyone's got flaws in what they do, but he done everything he needed to do to win that night. And yeah, like I said, it went exactly how I thought it'd go.
You know what I'm going to ask next? Obviously, if you are successful, unification fight, you'll be up for fighting Shakur?
Yeah, I love that fight. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm smiling. It's me being mentioned in a unification it's a dream come true. So, but I gotta do my job next Saturday. I gotta win that title, and then we can talk. If I don't win it, then that's not on his mind. Do you understand? He's gonna chase the other titles. So yeah, yeah, nice one, Mark. I gotta do a job next Saturday.
Obviously, in the lightweight division as well, Kambosos versus Haney. How do you see that one?
Great fight, but I think Devin Haney is gonna have a little bit too much for him technically. I think Teofimo, if he would have stuck to a proper game plan rather than just going out trying to bingo him in the first round and literally blowing a gasket, I think he probably would have won the fight. But he didn't. He had an ego that he thought he was just gonna walk through Kambosos. Like, I've sparred Kambosos, so I know how good he is. He is good, and he can punch, he can box. With someone loading up with you, it's only a matter of time before they blow a gasket. They can't do that for 12 rounds. No, I don't care who you are, unless you're just one of them naturally gifted punchers. Which, don't get me wrong, he's got power in both hands, but you can see he's loading up on everything. But yeah, he just blew a gasket, and yeah, he come unstuck, and Kambosos is stuck to a game plan and boxes his ears off.
Okay, just over a week out then from your massive fight in Wales, what have you got to say to the people who be tuning in and obviously will be in Cardiff next Saturday?
First and foremost, thank you to everyone who's been supported, anyone who's bought a ticket. The messages that I've had are just, it means a lot. And yeah, it's great to have another big night of boxing back in Cardiff, in Wales, and I just appreciate you all tuning in. 4th of June, and Wales will have a new world champion.
Thank you so much, Joe. Best of luck.